Have you ever wondered why something as simple as water could hold the key to stronger, longer, lasting erections after the age of 50? Most men focus only on supplements, pills, or quick fixes, but they overlook the one natural tool the body already depends on every single day: hydration. What if I told you that the way you drink water can change the way blood flows in your body, and this directly affects how firm and reliable your erections can be? Stay with me until the end of this video, because I'm going to share a specific way of drinking water that science shows can improve circulation, enhance energy, and even help restore confidence in the bedroom, something many men think is lost after midlife. To understand why water matters so much, let's look at how erections actually work. An erection is not about muscle alone. It's about blood flow. When you are aroused, blood vessels in the penis expand, allowing more blood to enter and stay trapped, creating firmness. But here's the catch: if your blood vessels are stiff, if your blood pressure is unstable, or if your body doesn't have enough fluid to circulate blood properly, erections become weaker. This is where water plays its role. Your blood is about 90% water. Without proper hydration, blood gets thicker, circulation slows down, and the body struggles to deliver oxygen and nutrients to where they're needed most. Now, many men think just drinking any amount of water is enough, but that's not the case. The timing, the way you sip, and even what you drink alongside water makes a real difference. For example, chugging large amounts of water all at once can actually stress the kidneys and dilute minerals, which doesn't help circulation. On the other hand, small, steady sips throughout the day keep your blood volume stable, maintain electrolyte balance, and support the smooth function of the endothelium, the delicate lining of your blood vessels. And the healthier your blood vessels are, the easier it is for them to relax, widen, and allow more blood to reach the penis when it's needed. Research has shown that dehydration can trigger fatigue, lower testosterone levels, and even raise cortisol, the stress hormone. All three of these are enemies of sexual performance. On top of that, when you're dehydrated, the body produces less nitric oxide, the natural molecule that helps blood vessels expand. Without enough nitric oxide, erections are weaker and harder to maintain. Simply staying hydrated can keep nitric oxide production steady and support a strong erectile response. But here's the part that surprises most people. It's not just how much water you drink, it's how you drink it. Drinking water too quickly and only when you feel thirsty means you're already behind. Thirst is a late signal of dehydration. Instead, the most effective approach is to drink in small amounts before thirst even kicks in. Think of it as fueling your body the way an athlete does, maintaining balance, not waiting until you're drained. This simple shift can improve not just your erections, but also your energy, focus, and endurance throughout the day. So, if you've been relying on quick fixes, expensive supplements, or even considering medications, it's time to step back and look at what your body is really asking for. Proper hydration is the most natural, side effect-free way to improve circulation and support erections. And if you stay with me until the end of this video, I'll reveal the exact step-by-step way to drink water that science supports for men over 50 who want better performance, stronger health, and more confidence. The answer is simpler than you think, but the impact can be life-changing. When it comes to drinking water for stronger erections after 50, the first principle to remember is rhythm. Your body functions best when it receives water steadily throughout the day, not in random bursts. Think of it like oiling a machine. If the machine is kept lubricated at all times, it runs smoothly without friction. But if it dries out and only gets oil once in a while, performance suffers. The human circulatory system works in the same way. Consistent hydration ensures that your heart, blood vessels, and even tiny capillaries in the penis stay flexible and responsive. The key is to start early. After hours of sleep, the body naturally loses water through breathing and sweating, leaving you slightly dehydrated in the morning. If you wait until later in the day to drink, your circulation is already sluggish. That's why drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning is so powerful. It wakes up your metabolism, thins your blood just enough for smoother flow, and primes your vessels for the nitric oxide production needed later. This simple habit alone can set the tone for better energy and more reliable erectile strength. Another important detail is the speed at which you drink. Many people gulp down water quickly, but this causes sudden changes in blood pressure and forces the kidneys to excrete excess fluid before the body can use it. The smarter way is slow, steady sipping. This gives your blood vessels time to absorb the fluid and keep circulation stable. Stable circulation is exactly what you need for sexual health because erections depend on pressure being maintained inside the penis without sudden drops. Temperature also matters more than most people realize. Very cold water might feel refreshing, but it can actually constrict blood vessels temporarily, which is the opposite of what you want for good erectile function. On the other hand, lukewarm or room temperature water allows blood vessels to stay relaxed and open. While you don't need to avoid cold drinks completely, making your daily water closer to body temperature supports the kind of circulation that makes erections stronger. Electrolytes play a silent but crucial role as well. Pure water is excellent, but without minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium, hydration can't work as efficiently. These electrolytes keep fluid inside your cells and support nerve signals that control blood vessel relaxation. For men over 50, low magnesium or potassium levels are surprisingly common and can cause muscle cramps, fatigue, or weaker erections. Adding a pinch of sea salt to your water, eating potassium-rich foods like bananas, or including leafy greens for magnesium can make your hydration more effective. In short, it's not just about drinking water, but about ensuring that water works inside your body. One overlooked factor is timing water around meals. Drinking too much water immediately with food can dilute stomach acids and slow digestion, leaving you bloated and tired. That sluggishness can affect circulation, including in the pelvic area. Instead, drink small amounts with meals, but focus your larger water intake between meals. This keeps digestion strong and circulation free, both of which are important for sexual performance. Finally, pay attention to signals your body gives you. Clear or light yellow urine usually means you're well hydrated. Darker urine signals that your blood is thicker and your body is under stress. But here's the important part. Don't wait until you feel thirsty or notice dark urine. By then, your body is already behind on hydration. A proactive approach where you sip water before thirst appears creates the kind of balance that keeps blood pressure stable, vessels healthy, and erections stronger. This isn't about drinking huge amounts. It's about being strategic. The right rhythm, the right temperature, the right balance of electrolytes, and the right timing with meals. These details may sound small, but together, they create the internal environment your body needs to perform at its best. When circulation is smooth, nitric oxide is plentiful, and stress hormones are lower, erections naturally become firmer and more reliable. And the beauty is, this approach supports not just sexual health, but your heart, brain, and energy levels too. By mastering hydration in this way, you're not only improving one area of your life, you're strengthening your entire system. One of the biggest reasons hydration has such a strong effect on erections is its connection to nitric oxide. This natural molecule is the body's most powerful tool for opening blood vessels. When nitric oxide is released, the smooth muscles in your arteries relax, allowing more blood to flow into the penis and stay there. Without enough nitric oxide, even high levels of testosterone cannot guarantee a firm erection. And here's the critical point: your body cannot produce and use nitric oxide effectively if it's dehydrated. Water is the foundation that keeps this system running. Studies show that dehydration reduces plasma volume, meaning the liquid part of your blood shrinks. This forces your heart to work harder and raises blood pressure. High blood pressure damages the inner lining of blood vessels, making them less responsive to nitric oxide. Over time, this stiffness limits blood flow everywhere in the body, including the pelvic region. Proper hydration prevents this chain reaction, protecting the delicate endothelium, the inner lining of vessels, that is directly responsible for releasing nitric oxide. Hydration also influences hormone balance in ways many men overlook. Even mild dehydration raises cortisol, the stress hormone. High cortisol lowers testosterone production, drains energy, and increases fat storage around the belly. All of these changes weaken sexual performance. On the other hand, steady hydration lowers cortisol, allowing testosterone to function normally. Research confirms that men with stable hydration and electrolyte balance often show stronger testosterone response during the day. This means better libido, better recovery, and a stronger foundation for healthy erections. Another area where water makes a difference is blood viscosity, or thickness. Imagine your circulatory system as a set of pipes. If the liquid inside is thick, it moves slowly and with more pressure. This makes it harder for blood to reach small vessels like those in the penis. But when your blood has the right balance of water and electrolytes, it flows smoothly, carrying oxygen and nutrients efficiently. Smooth flow means erections come faster, last longer, and feel stronger. This is why men who maintain hydration often notice not just better erections, but also sharper focus and higher stamina in daily life. Temperature regulation is another overlooked benefit. Erections depend on relaxation of muscles and vessels, but when the body overheats or is under stress, blood is redirected to cool you down instead of fueling performance. Dehydration raises body temperature faster, putting you at a disadvantage. Proper hydration keeps your core temperature stable, allowing the body to prioritize sexual function instead of survival. Athletes understand this principle well, and it applies just as strongly to men over 50 who want reliable sexual health. Hydration even affects the nervous system. Erections begin in the brain, with nerve signals traveling down to the pelvis. These signals rely on electrolytes like sodium and potassium, which conduct electrical impulses. If your hydration is poor, nerve communication slows down. This delay can cause weaker arousal signals and slower response times. By keeping water and minerals balanced, your nervous system fires efficiently, supporting both desire and performance. The truth is, many men chase complicated solutions while ignoring this simple, foundational habit. Without hydration, every other effort, whether supplements, exercise, or diet, works at half strength. But when you get hydration right, everything else you do for your health becomes more effective. Erections are just one of the benefits. Your heart, brain, digestion, and energy all improve at the same time. So, the next time you think about performance, don't just focus on external fixes. Start with the basics inside your body. Nitric oxide, testosterone, blood flow, nerve signals, all of them depend on water. And when you give your body what it needs consistently, it responds with strength, vitality, and confidence. This is the quiet power of hydration that most men never realize until they start practicing it daily. When men cross the age of 50, the body naturally becomes less efficient at holding water. Muscle mass decreases, fat tissue increases, and the kidneys lose some of their ability to concentrate urine. This means you may lose more fluid than you realize, even if you're drinking what feels like a normal amount. That hidden dehydration slowly builds up, making blood thicker, blood vessels stiffer, and erections weaker. The solution isn't just to drink more, it's to drink more strategically. One of the smartest strategies is to match your hydration with your activity levels. Every time you move, walk, or exercise, your body loses water through sweat and breathing. Even light activity like climbing stairs or working in the yard can reduce hydration without you noticing. If you don't replace this fluid, circulation suffers. The best approach is to drink a glass of water about 30 minutes before physical activity and then sip lightly afterward. This keeps your blood volume steady, prevents sudden dips in energy, and helps your circulation deliver blood exactly where it's needed. Another overlooked moment for hydration is before intimacy itself. Erections require a sudden rush of blood, and if your body is even slightly dehydrated, that demand becomes harder to meet. Drinking a small glass of water an hour before sexual activity can actually support performance. It's not about flooding your body, but about ensuring there's enough fluid for smooth circulation. Think of it as fueling your system at the right time, the same way athletes hydrate before a race. Caffeine and alcohol are two common habits that quietly work against erections by depleting water. Coffee and tea in moderate amounts are fine, but drinking several cups without balancing them with water leads to dehydration. Alcohol is even more disruptive because it pulls water from your cells and reduces nitric oxide production at the same time. For men over 50, limiting alcohol and pairing every drink with water can make a visible difference in erection quality. This doesn't mean cutting out enjoyment completely, but it does mean being strategic so that hydration always stays in balance. The foods you eat also count toward hydration. Fruits and vegetables like cucumbers, oranges, berries, and spinach are high in water and electrolytes. Including them in your diet not only hydrates you but also adds antioxidants that protect blood vessels from damage. That protection keeps the inner lining of your arteries flexible, which is essential for erections. On the other hand, salty and processed foods pull water out of your system, leaving you more dehydrated. Choosing water-rich foods is an easy way to support your hydration without even thinking about it. It's also important to consider the pattern of drinking water at night. Many men avoid water in the evening because they don't want to wake up for bathroom trips. But this often leaves the body dry during sleep, when repair and hormone balance are most active. A simple solution is to drink most of your water during the day, then take a few small sips before bed. This avoids overload on the bladder while still keeping the body supplied overnight. Waking up hydrated supports morning energy, testosterone release, and even the morning erections that signal good vascular health. Hydration is not just about quantity. It's about precision. Knowing when your body needs water, matching it with your activity, balancing it with electrolytes, and adjusting for lifestyle habits makes all the difference. For men over 50, these fine adjustments can restore circulation, boost confidence, and help erections return to the strength you thought was gone. This is how simple daily hydration shifts turn into lasting improvements in performance and vitality. Hydration does more than just improve circulation. It also affects the quality of your tissues at a cellular level. Every cell in your body depends on water to function properly, and this includes the smooth muscle cells inside the penis. These cells need to relax fully in order for blood to fill the erectile chambers. When you're dehydrated, cells shrink and become less responsive, which means even if blood flow is available, the tissue cannot expand as it should. Over time, this reduces both the firmness and duration of erections. Staying hydrated keeps these muscle fibers supple and responsive, giving you the strength and reliability you want. Another hidden effect of dehydration is on energy metabolism. Water is essential for breaking down food into usable energy. Without enough of it, your body cannot efficiently convert carbohydrates, fats, and proteins into fuel. This leaves you tired, sluggish, and less responsive to arousal. Fatigue is one of the biggest silent killers of sexual performance in men over 50, and most men don't realize how much of it comes from something as simple as low hydration. When you give your body enough water throughout the day, energy levels remain steady, stamina increases, and both physical and sexual endurance improve. Hydration also supports kidney and liver function, two organs directly tied to hormone balance. The kidneys help regulate testosterone by controlling fluid and mineral levels in the blood, while the liver processes hormones and toxins. When you're dehydrated, both organs are under stress and hormone production suffers. Even a small dip in testosterone can make a big difference in libido and performance. By staying hydrated, you're protecting these organs and allowing them to maintain the balance that supports healthy sexual function. One more benefit of water that rarely gets mentioned is its impact on joint and muscle health. As men age, stiffness in the lower back, hips, and pelvic floor can reduce mobility and blood flow to the pelvic region. Water lubricates joints, cushions tissues, and prevents the muscle tightness that often develops with age. Better mobility means better circulation, and better circulation directly supports erections. In other words, hydration is not only fueling your sexual system, it's also keeping your body comfortable and capable of supporting intimacy without pain or restriction. Now, Let's consider stress, because stress has a powerful effect on erections. When you're dehydrated, cortisol levels rise, as we discussed earlier. But there's another layer. Dehydration activates the sympathetic nervous system, also known as the fight or flight system. This is the exact opposite of the calm, relaxed state your body needs for arousal and erections. Simply drinking enough water helps calm the nervous system, lowering stress signals and allowing your parasympathetic system, the rest and digest mode, to take over. Erections can only happen in this relaxed state, which makes hydration a silent but powerful stress regulator. Hydration also plays a subtle role in blood sugar control. When the body is dehydrated, blood sugar becomes more concentrated and insulin response weakens. High blood sugar damages blood vessels and nerves, two critical systems for erections. By staying hydrated, you help your body regulate blood sugar more effectively, protecting vascular health and nerve sensitivity. For men over 50, this is especially important since many experience age-related changes in insulin sensitivity. Keeping blood sugar stable through proper hydration supports not only sexual health, but also long-term cardiovascular function. All of these details point to one clear fact: water isn't just about quenching thirst. It's a vital tool that keeps your blood vessels, hormones, nerves, and tissues working together in harmony. Without enough hydration, every part of this system struggles. With proper hydration, everything becomes smoother, stronger, and more reliable. And when all of these systems are aligned, the result is better energy, better performance, and better confidence in every area of your life. Another powerful way hydration supports erections after 50 is by protecting cardiovascular health. The same arteries that supply blood to the heart also feed the pelvic region. In fact, erectile function is often described as an early indicator of heart health. If blood flow to the penis is weak, it may be a sign that circulation in the entire body is under strain. Dehydration contributes to this by thickening the blood, raising blood pressure, and increasing the risk of plaque buildup. On the other hand, consistent hydration helps the heart pump more efficiently and keeps arteries flexible. This makes it easier for blood to travel quickly into the erectile tissues when arousal begins. Water also plays a role in balancing sodium in the bloodstream. High sodium levels, often caused by processed foods, cause the body to retain fluid in the wrong places, raising blood pressure and stressing the arteries. Drinking enough water dilutes excess sodium, helping the body flush it out naturally. This balance protects the delicate capillaries and ensures that circulation remains smooth. For men over 50, where high blood pressure is more common, this simple act of drinking water regularly can make a meaningful difference in erectile quality. Brain health is another piece of the puzzle. Erections begin with signals from the brain, and those signals depend on hydration. Even mild dehydration, just a 1 to 2% drop in body water, can impair concentration, mood, and reaction times. The brain is made up of nearly 75% water, and when it's dehydrated, nerve communication slows. This delay can weaken arousal signals before they even reach the pelvic nerves. Drinking water steadily throughout the day keeps the brain sharp, the mood positive, and the arousal pathways responsive. In many cases, what feels like low desire is actually low hydration, affecting mental clarity and focus. Hydration also influences sleep quality, and sleep is directly linked to testosterone production. Deep sleep is when the body restores hormones, repairs tissues, and strengthens the nervous system. If you go to bed dehydrated, your body works harder to regulate temperature and blood pressure during the night, disrupting sleep cycles. Over time, poor sleep lowers testosterone and weakens erections. By staying well hydrated during the day and adding small sips in the evening, you give your body the best chance for restful sleep and strong hormone balance. Another overlooked benefit of water is detoxification. Every day, your body produces waste products that must be removed through urine, sweat, and breathing. If you're dehydrated, toxins build up and place stress on the liver and kidneys. This toxic load affects hormone balance, circulation, and energy. When you're well hydrated, the body clears waste more efficiently, leaving more energy for sexual function. Clear, Light, colored urine is one of the simplest signs that your body is detoxifying properly, and it signals that your system is ready to perform at its best. Hydration even impacts skin and connective tissues. The penis, like every other organ, is surrounded by connective tissue that must remain elastic. If hydration is low, elasticity weakens, and the tissue loses some of its ability to expand fully. Staying hydrated keeps these tissues supple, allowing for stronger expansion and firmer erections. This effect may not be obvious day to day, but over time the difference is significant. Put all of this together and it becomes clear hydration is not a small detail. It's a master key that touches circulation, hormones, brain function, sleep, detox, and tissue health. For men over 50, where each of these systems naturally slows down, water is the simplest way to support them all at once. Every sip is not just quenching thirst, it's fueling the very systems that make strong, reliable erections possible. Hydration doesn't just support the physical mechanics of erections, it also influences mental and emotional health, both of which are essential for performance after 50. Many men underestimate how much the mind affects the body in this area. Stress, anxiety, and fatigue can all interfere with arousal, and dehydration quietly makes each of these problems worse. When your body is low on water, cortisol rises, adrenaline spikes, and your nervous system stays on high alert. This fight or flight mode makes it nearly impossible for the body to relax into intimacy. By keeping water levels steady, you naturally lower stress signals, which helps create the calm, confident state needed for strong erections. Mood is another key factor. Mild dehydration has been shown to cause irritability, low motivation, and even depressive feelings. These emotional shifts reduce sexual desire and can create tension in relationships. On the other hand, good hydration stabilizes mood by supporting brain chemistry. Water is necessary for the production of serotonin and dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitters that fuel both pleasure and desire. A hydrated brain is a more positive, responsive brain, and this translates directly into better sexual experiences. Hydration also interacts with exercise, one of the strongest natural boosters of sexual health. Physical activity improves circulation, builds testosterone, and enhances stamina, but these benefits only appear if your body has enough water to support them. When you exercise while dehydrated, blood volume drops, recovery slows, and fatigue sets in quickly. This not only limits workout performance but also reduces the improvements in erectile strength that exercise usually brings. Drinking water before, during, and after exercise ensures that every workout contributes fully to your sexual health. For men over 50, who may already notice slower recovery, this habit is especially powerful. There is also a digestive link that shouldn't be ignored. Poor hydration slows digestion and can lead to bloating or constipation. These issues put pressure on the abdominal and pelvic region, reducing blood flow where it's needed most. Chronic digestive stress also triggers inflammation, which damages blood vessels and nerves over time. Proper hydration keeps digestion smooth, reduces inflammation, and prevents unnecessary strain on the pelvic circulation. This is another example of how a simple daily habit supports sexual function in a way most men never think about. Even body weight is influenced by hydration. Often, what feels like hunger is actually thirst. When men stay hydrated, they naturally eat less, maintain a healthier weight, and reduce belly fat. This matters because abdominal fat raises estrogen and lowers testosterone, both of which weaken erections. By supporting a healthy weight through hydration, you not only look and feel better, but also give your body the hormonal balance it needs for performance. Finally, hydration provides a subtle but important benefit to confidence. When your body feels light, energetic, and sharp, you carry yourself differently. Confidence plays a massive role in sexual performance. Weak energy, poor mood, and sluggish circulation erode confidence, while steady hydration builds it back. Many men find that when they adopt consistent hydration habits, they feel more alert, more capable, and more willing to engage in intimacy without hesitation. That shift in mindset often becomes just as valuable as the physical changes. All of this shows that water is not just fueling your body, it's shaping the mental, emotional, and physical foundation for performance. Strong erections after 50 are not about chasing complicated solutions. They're about giving your body the basics it needs to function at its best. Hydration connects every part of this puzzle, making it the single most powerful daily habit for both physical strength and sexual vitality. One of the most practical ways to apply hydration for stronger erections after 50 is to turn it into a daily system instead of leaving it to chance. Most men underestimate how little water they actually drink in a day, especially when coffee, tea, or alcohol are included. These drinks may give a temporary boost, but they do not replace the steady hydration your body requires. The goal is not to drink a massive amount at once, but to spread it evenly, creating balance hour by hour. This approach keeps blood flow constant, which is exactly what your body needs for reliable erectile function. A good starting point is to divide your hydration across the day. 1 glass of water in the morning as soon as you wake up replenishes what was lost during sleep. Another glass before each meal prepares the digestive system and supports circulation. Adding 1 or 2 glasses between meals maintains energy and focus. By the evening, you'll have consumed enough water without overloading your bladder at night. This pattern ensures your body never enters the dehydrated state that weakens circulation and hormone balance. It's also helpful to listen to the signals your body gives, but with awareness. Thirst is a late warning sign, meaning your body is already behind. Instead of waiting for thirst, use small, steady sips throughout the day. Carrying a water bottle and taking a few sips every 20 to 30 minutes is often more effective than drinking large amounts all at once. This steady flow supports blood volume, keeps nitric oxide production stable, and reduces the stress hormones that interfere with arousal. For men who exercise, hydration needs are slightly higher. Even light workouts can increase fluid loss, and sweat carries away not only water but also minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Replacing these electrolytes is important because they directly influence nerve signals and muscle relaxation in the penis. A simple way to balance this is by adding mineral-rich foods such as bananas, avocados, leafy greens, or a small pinch of natural sea salt to your meals. These help water enter the cells where it's needed, instead of just passing through the system. Another key practice is to be mindful of what reduces hydration. Alcohol, excess caffeine, processed foods, and high sugar intake all pull water out of your body. Over time, this leads to thicker blood, stiffer vessels, and lower energy. Balancing these habits with extra water makes a noticeable difference. For example, having 1 glass of water for every alcoholic drink is a simple way to prevent dehydration while still enjoying social occasions. Small choices like this add up to major benefits for circulation and erectile strength. Technology can also help. Setting reminders on your phone or using a hydration tracking app keeps you consistent. Many men are surprised by how quickly performance and energy improve once hydration becomes a routine instead of an afterthought. The body thrives on consistency, and erections respond best when circulation, hormones, and energy remain balanced. By turning hydration into a habit you practice every day, you create an environment inside your body where blood vessels stay flexible, nitric oxide remains abundant, and energy levels are strong. It doesn't require complicated routines or expensive supplements, just steady attention to one of the most basic needs of the human body. When you commit to this system, the benefits go far beyond the bedroom. You gain sharper focus, stronger heart health, better digestion, and more confidence in every part of your life. And it all begins with something as simple as how you drink water. By now it's clear that water is more than just a drink. It's a performance enhancer for the entire body. But what makes hydration especially powerful for men over 50 is its ability to slow down the natural decline in vascular health. As we age, arteries gradually lose flexibility, and small blockages can form in the tiny vessels that supply the penis. This is why erectile changes often appear before other signs of poor circulation, like chest pain or fatigue. Staying properly hydrated keeps these vessels clear, reduces oxidative stress, and maintains elasticity, which directly translates into stronger erections. Another important factor is oxygen delivery. Water is necessary for blood to transport oxygen efficiently. Without enough fluid, red blood cells struggle to carry oxygen to tissues, including the erectile chambers. Oxygen is crucial for both energy production and for the release of nitric oxide inside vessel walls. When hydration is steady, oxygen levels remain high and erections can occur more quickly and last longer. This oxygen-rich environment also supports recovery after intimacy, allowing the body to perform again without long delays. Hydration also interacts with immune function. Chronic inflammation damages blood vessels, raises blood pressure, and interferes with hormone production. Dehydration worsens inflammation by concentrating toxins in the blood and slowing down the removal of waste. On the other hand, drinking enough water dilutes these toxins, supports the lymphatic system, and reduces inflammatory markers. This not only protects overall health but also preserves the sensitivity of nerves and the smooth function of penile tissue. For men who want to maintain performance long-term, reducing inflammation through hydration is a critical step. Weight control ties into this as well. Extra body fat, especially around the abdomen, lowers testosterone and raises estrogen, which weakens erections. Many men mistake thirst for hunger, leading to overeating and weight gain. Drinking water before meals helps control appetite, supports metabolism, and prevents unnecessary calorie intake. Over time, this makes it easier to keep a leaner body composition, which restores hormonal balance and strengthens sexual health. For men over 50, even modest weight loss often brings a noticeable improvement in erectile function. And hydration is one of the simplest tools to make it happen. Hydration also boosts circulation during moments of stress. Stressful situations raise blood pressure and constrict vessels, making erections more difficult. Drinking water throughout the day helps regulate pressure and keeps blood vessels more relaxed, so even under stress your body can respond. This is why athletes hydrate carefully before competitions. They know that stress demands more from the cardiovascular system. The same principle applies to men wanting strong erections. The more balanced your circulation, the better your body can perform under pressure. An often overlooked benefit is skin health. Just like the face and hands, the skin of the penis relies on hydration for elasticity and sensitivity. When hydration is low, skin becomes drier and less responsive to touch, reducing sensation. Proper water intake keeps tissues plump and sensitive, enhancing pleasure for both partners. This detail might seem small, but it contributes to overall satisfaction and confidence in intimacy. Taken together, these benefits make one message clear: hydration is not optional. It is the base on which your energy, your confidence, and your sexual health rest. By respecting your body's need for water, you're not only improving your present performance, but also protecting your future health. Erections after 50 do not have to weaken if you give your body the simple resources it needs. And among those, water is the most important, the most affordable, and the most effective of all.